Harper Audio presents Who's That Girl by Mhairi McFarlane, read by Cassie Bradley. Chapter 1. Life through a phone is a lie. Edie imagined the process like a diagram from physics lessons, the one on that Pink Floyd album cover, a beam of white light refracted in a prism, splintering and fanning out as a rainbow. I mean, how much artifice, she wondered, was crammed into this one appealing photograph? She gazed at its seductive fictions in the slightly greasy, warm slab of screen in her palm as she queued at the hotel bar. Activity in the room whirled around her, messy, unkempt, sweaty reality, soundtracked by The Supremes' Where Did Our Love Go? In this still life, everything was forever image-managed and perfect. Untruth number 1. She and Louis looked like they adored each other's company. In order to squeeze into the frame, Edie had rested her head against his shoulder. She was coquettish, wearing a mysterious smile. He was doing the self-satisfied, slightly 007 quirk of the lip that conveyed, "Hey, life is great, no big deal." It really wasn't a big deal. They'd spent 5 hours as platonic plus-ones. The wedding planner had demanded pairs, like Noah's Ark, and now they were grating on each other, in heat and booze and wedding clothes, with waistbands that had got tighter and tighter, as if inflating a blood pressure cuff. Edie's heels had, like those high enough for special occasions, moved from wobbly and pinchy, but borderline tolerable, to stabbing at her viciously like some mythic pain, where she'd given up her mermaid tail for size 4s and the love of a prince. Falsehood number 2, the composition. Twinkling, happy party girl Edie, looking up through road sweeper brush-sized false lashes. You could glimpse the top half of her red dress, with nicely hoisted pale bosom, stomach carefully held in. Louis's cheekbones were even more killer in a Bret Easton Ellis sharp than usual, chin angled downwards. This was because they'd held the lens at arm's length above their heads and discarded 5 less flattering images, bartering over who liked which one. Edie had eye bags. Louis objected he looked gaunt. The expressions were slightly too studied. The shadows had not fallen in their favour. "OK, another. Pose, click, flash." 6 was the charm. They both looked good, but not too much like they'd tried to look good. "Why does everyone do that expression now, like you're sucking on a sour plum?" Edie's dad asked, last time she was home. "To make yourself look thin and pouty, I suppose, but you don't look like that face you pull in real life. How strange." Louis, an Instagram professional and very sour plum, fiddled with the brightness and contrast settings. "Now to filter ourselves to fuck." He selected Amaro, bathing them in a fairy tale cloud of lemonade fog. Complexions were perfected. The mood was filmic and dreamy. You'd think it captured a perfect moment. You had to not be there. And then there was the caption, the biggest deception of all. Louis tapped it out and hit post. "Congratulations, Jack and Charlotte. Amazing day. So happy for you guys. Hashtag the perfect couple living their hashtag best life." This was mostly for the benefit of the rest of the ad hoc agency, who'd all found elegant excuses not to travel from London to Harrogate. Nothing tested popularity like several hundred miles of motorway. Like after admiring like rolled in. "Sigh, you two are another hashtag perfect couple." "Shame I'm a bender," Louis replied. That'd be the least of our problems, Edie thought. They'd all done the arithmetic with Louis that if he slagged off everyone else to you, he'd slagged you off too. And of course, Louis had not stopped grousing under his breath about the amazing wedding. Edie thought criticising someone's big day was like making fun of the way they ate or the size of their ankles. Good people instinctively understood it was not fair game. "I really thought Charlotte would go for something more clean, minimal, like Carolyn Bessette marrying JFK Jr. The crystal beading on that gown's a bit pro-nuptial."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?